After tear-gassing kids inside a church on Sunday, on Monday President Ruto was very busy hosting the UDA National Governing Council at Statehouse, as you can see in these images. Now in this video, I want to walk you through the activities that we saw taking place in Statehouse, and so with no further ado, let's get after it. Number 1, we've had stories of moles in DCP, and yesterday the very moles were finally put on display for all to see. Let's start off with Koimburi. This self-abducting MP went from this to this. Now mole number 2 is Gathoni wa Mushomba. She was also present in Statehouse, as you can see in these images. So you see, it was just a matter of time. Time exposes everything. We were told Wamushomba is a mole, Koimburi is a mole. But this issue self-resolved on its own as time went by. Now they are fully where their hearts and minds ought to be. And at this juncture, I wouldn't even call them moles. Sometimes just make your decision as an adult. Don't be in DCP when your heart is in UDA. That is when you are actually a mole. But when you leave DCP as they have done, and they are fully invested in UDA, they are not moles. They're actually just traitors. And they're not betraying the people, they're betraying themselves. So come 2027, the people will have their date with them. The die is cast by them themselves. There's no mysterious figure in a shanty somewhere doing some magic incantations. No, it is their own decision making that will send them home in 2027. But so be it. I prefer it this way when people stick to one side. Kama uko UDA unaona unafaa ukwe DCP, hama sahi. Vice versa, do it also. Now is the time to do it. Number 2, the insatiable Ruto acquired Kenya United Party of Lonyangapuo, and he also acquired CCM party, which belongs to Isaac Ruto. Just listening to this inconsequential announcement from the president.
Kenya United Party ya Lonyangapuo wameungana na sisi. Tuko na chama ilikuwa ya Isaac Ruto, chama ya CCM. Pigeni makofi, wako hapa. Asanteni sana.
Now there's a reason why I call that announcement inconsequential. And the reason is this. Those two parties that the president was showing off about give him zero advantage. Because they are Kalenjin parties. Why should Matiang'i stand on top of a stool to tell us he has acquired 2 Kisii parties? He's the Kisii kingpin anyway. It's the same thing with Gachagua celebrating acquiring Jubilee, or Ruto acquiring those 2 briefcase parties which belong to the Kalenjin territory and region. So if he's going to announce acquiring a party, it has to be a Rift Valley party for it to make sense. ANC was the last biggest party that he acquired. It was ripped from him by the courts, and unfortunately I don't see any interest in Mudavadi to assume the party leadership of ANC, because he was also in that meeting yesterday donning the UDA scarf. So he's also just another disappointment if you ask me. Number 3, there are many aspirants in UDA who are going to be crying during and after the party primaries. But before I explain why that's the case, I just want you to listen into this small soundbite of the president. Roll the tape.
Another friend of mine who is a member of parliament, I asked them, why didn't you, I didn't see you participating in the election. He said, hiyo hakuna haja ya hiyo mambo. Sasa mtajua iko haja. Sasa mtajua iko haja. Kwa sababu, I am also going to meet aspirants next week. Kwa sababu mimi sitaki watu watakuja kwa hii chama mwisho wakuje, they have not contributed anything to the party, alafu wakuje waseme wanataka tikiti ya chama. Yule mtu yote anataka kuwa aspirant akuje saa hii tujenge chama pamoja, si ndio? Tujenge chama pamoja pia, na wao wakuje wa contribute kwa hii chama. Ndio wakati next year tunaongea nani atakupata tikiti gani kupitia kwa delegates na wale wengine na kupitia kwa wananchi. Kila mtu awe kuna viongozi hapa walikuja UDA last minute, 1 month mwisho, si ndio? Hawa contribute chochote, wamekuja wakabeba tikiti ya chama, wakahama wakabeba viti.
Now let me assure you, when you hear the president talking about meeting aspirants as early as now, and at the same time he's saying that everybody should contribute to the party, that means one thing and one thing only, that he wants to collect cash from the aspirants. Watu si wajinga na wakuzaliwa jana. We are well aware that to see the president you have to go through Faruk Kibet na unaacha 2 million hapo kwa Kibet. Hiyo pesa hata si ya Kibet, ni ya rais. 2 million consultation. If he is meeting a total of 500 aspirants, how much money is that? Well over $1 billion. And that is why I'm saying kuna watu watalia. Huyu jamaa ananga ni ya mzuri. Akisema anataka kukutana na aspirants, it is not to discuss about the party. He knows very well you are an aspirant in an area where his friend is already in UDA na ndo atapewa ticket. Wewe kuja, tukae, upige picha, usikie sawasawa, umetuachia 2 million, enda. If you feel you're wealthy enough and you can buy your way into the ticket, bring 15 million, well and good, enda, utalia tu uko mbele. So that enthusiasm from the president to meet aspirants, don't take it lightly. It is an extortion bid. It is a fundraising bid, and I'm very sure it won't go towards campaigns. Hiyo inaenda kwa mfuko yake personal. Tumeona hiyo nyumba kubwa amejenga pale Kilgoris. It looks even better than Statehouse. Soon there'll be a new one in Malindi. It's not even a state lodge. It is for the president. Title ni yake. The next president cannot use that facility. Be wary, that is going to come very soon. Number 4, in the video that I'm about to play, I want you to replace the word win with steal. Remember, anytime you hear the president say win, I want you to replace it with steal so that you can understand what's going on in his mind. Roll the tape.
This election in Akuja, we want to win by a margin of between 2 and 3 million. Mnanisikia? Wacha nirudie. This election, the last election, we won by a margin of 200,000. 200,000. This election, we must win by a margin of 2 to 3 million. Ndio tuunganishe Kenya, tutembee pamoja.
For me, there is no parallel universe anywhere in the matrix where Ruto wins by a 2 or 3 million margin. That one is just an open plan to steal elections. So again, I say, let's gather our vote on election night. Kila mtu apige kura na abaki papo hapo akilinda hiyo kura. Don't listen to what Murkomen says, atipiga uende nyumbani, no canvassing, no what. You have freedom of movement. After voting, you can stick us outside the polling station. Ndani una interfere, nje it is your right to be there. So long story short, that entire meeting at Statehouse was inconsequential. That is a one-term group. They are busy acquiring parties that come from areas which are already belonging to the president. They are acquiring malls who are on their way home. Sasa, jameni, at best, only the president can make a profit out of these endeavors through the loopholes that we've talked about. But anywho, that's just my take on the matter, guys. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below. I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruto for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. And if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for Davidwafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really, really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing Davidwafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.